What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal? We back at it with another banger today. And today we got a, what is this? An emergency meeting. Fresh and Myron break this shit down. What's going on with Tate, the top G. Basically separating all the real from the fake, the lies from the truth. You know how this goes. They're solid. They're hanging in with their boy once again when everyone's trying to tear him down. Before we get into this, though, I want to say thank you for all the love and support this year, man. We getting strong. I'm gonna keep it G with you. Every day we're getting better. Every day these videos are getting better. I appreciate all the love and support. So before we get into this video right here, drop a like for your boy and show some love. If anything makes you laugh, giggle, resonates with you, shit. If you learned something that you didn't know, show some love. Drop a sub, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Appreciate you.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. We got a very serious topic today. We're going to get right into it. Let's go ahead and play the intro.
Free takes.
All right, we're back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. Sorry for the delay, guys, but you got to understand that this thing is a rapidly evolving event. There's a lot of information out there, a lot of misinformation out there, and my job is to make sure that we don't spread misinformation. So, hey, man, if we start a little bit late so that we can confirm things, it is what it is. I know some people are complaining, blah, 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 blah. You guys got to understand that we're trying to report things that are factual and be as accurate as possible, because with the way the climate of the internet right now, everybody covering this thing, quite frankly, they're very
ill-informed.
They're ill-informed, and they're trying to go ahead and push a certain narrative to paint Andrew and Tristan in a certain light. And, that's kind of how the world works nowadays. So while we wait for the rest of y'all to join in, we already got 8,000 plus y'all in here, man. So I'll just make some quick announcements. Go ahead.
Also as well, like, guys, in the comments section as well, if you don't mind, actually, no, this in general, like the video so we can push this further and I'll go.
Yeah. And this isn't necessarily about, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get as many views. My thing is, I want to make sure that we push the correct narrative out there, because there's so much misinformation. We got losers like Penguin and Hassan and all these other idiots going out here spreading a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I'm calling them out by their fucking names. And, their job is to go ahead and try to kick somebody while they're down. And the difference is this, like, Andrew right now doesn't have a platform. He's being held. And and these guys want to go ahead and try to push a narrative. So we're going to go ahead and report some of the facts for y'all.
At the fact that he may be detained.
Yeah. Bro. Yeah. So we'll speak for him, on his behalf. And of course, when he's released, he's going to probably give his own statement of the events if he can. But, I've done some research. We got some credible sources. I literally was on the phone with a Romanian law enforcement official right before this, guy. So we're trying to get you guys the real deal on what the hell is going on, because quite frankly, no one knows. Fresh, can you hit these announcements real quick? And then I'm going to get one more link and we'll get going into the broadcast. Cool. And guys, just so y'all know, from this point forward, we're only going to read 50 and up super chats. We want to make sure that we keep this thing nice and concise and give y'all the facts. So after Fresh reads these, we're going to get right into it. Go ahead, Fresh.
All right, guys. So we got Rumble, man. Guys, in the meantime, if you don't mind, go support Andrew's Rumble. Go to Tate Speech on rumble.com/Tate Speech. Go support him as well. Let's get into 1 mil. But in the same time as well, support us on rumble.com/fresh and fit. And then as well, we have locals. Guys, for behind the scenes, if you want to see us living life, posting all Patreon content and as well double dates, go check it out on locals as well. All right. And then we have Megaphone, guys. We're no longer on Spotify or Anchor. Megaphone for Fresh and Fit is the main show and After Hour show as well. You got both shows on there, so go check it out. And then Discord as well, guys, for behind the scenes. If you want to talk to other people from around the world, shout out discord.com, GG/fit. Shout out to y'all on Discord. And then the merch, guys. The winter time is here, guys. It's going to be the new year as well, so get the merch when you still can. And the new merch will be dropping soon, I believe. Don't have a date yet, but it will be out soon, okay? So go check out for that as well.
Stop the cap.
Screw you, Chris. P.S. Chris is a bum. All right. And then Clip Channel, guys. Guys, for the best parts of the show, You want to see 3 to 10 minutes of the show that are the best parts? Let's go to Clips channel, guys. Listen, I know most of you guys are watching the channel. You're not a sub to it. Do us a favor, bro. Help us get to 1 million on that channel as well. We're almost there with the plaques, for getting multiple plaques of 1 mil. So help us there as well, if you don't mind. And then as well, for vlog channel, guys, you know, the usual vlogs up. Go check it out. 200K away. Let's go. And then
right.
Fed it.
And then, yeah, Fed it 1811. But anyway, guys, so, okay, I got everything that I need here at this point. So we're going to get right into it at this right here. So, Chris, do me a favor. Pull up the first link where it shows Andrew predicted this. Because, I mean, he knew that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's not a surprise, as you guys know. It give you guys a quick summary in case you've been living under a rock. Andrew's had a meteoric rise in the past year. He was searched more than Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined.
Yep.
The peak hit right around August. He was on every single platform. You couldn't escape him. And honestly, he took over the internet, the genius marketer, and for good reason, because quite frankly, let's be honest here, there's a void on the internet for positive masculinity, despite the fact that people try to sit here and say, oh, he's a poster boy for misogyny and he's toxic and he's an asshole, all this other bullshit. He's helped a lot of guys self-improve and understand their value as men, because we live in a world nowadays where men are treated as second-class citizens if you live in a first world Western country.
Yep.
Okay. So obviously, right, anytime you rise to fame and you have some type of influence, especially when it goes against the narrative, right, of what they've been trying to push down our throats, you're going to be silenced to some degree. They're going to cancel you. They're going to try to take away your freedom. Then at some point, you might get assassinated. Okay. Yeah. This is just the unfortunate reality of the world that we're in. Okay. I mean, you guys don't believe me? Look at John F. Kennedy. They just recently declassified some documents concerning him. And we know 100% now that the CIA was involved in that hit to some degree, right? They didn't declassify all of it, but now we know that they were 100% involved. This is what happens, guys, whenever society fears your influence. You got something fresh?
I was just going to say, man, at this point, guys, regarding this whole case, like, I know it's easy to point fingers and say, oh, it's his fault. Guys, we don't know the full details, so please, in the chat, please be respectful, bro. Just keep it 1,000 with you, man.
Yeah. So, all right. So play that clip real quick, because I want y'all to know that he knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Drew, right now, in this moment, you know, what is like going through your head right now? You've been banned off many social medias. You haven't done a podcast in a while. So what is your thoughts?
Put a 1 in the chat if the volume is good, the sound is good and everything. Put a 2 if it's not.
So like, what are your plans now? Or like, what do you feel about what's happened to you, and what's your moves? Or I mean, I don't expect you to reveal them, but what's your plans?
Yeah. So the Matrix attacked me.
Yeah.
They tried to remove me from social media.
They've used their bullets.
They used their bullets. I'm still all over social media. So they failed.
They failed.
What's scary about it, the only thing I will say I don't like about being banned is that you get 3 lives when you attack powerful people. They first ban you and try and shut you up. Secondly, they'll put you in jail for something you didn't do. And thirdly, they'll kill you. So I've used my first life, which is kind of upsetting when you know that next is going to be some false charges.
The 2 worst ones.
Yeah. And if you survive the false charges, you just die.
Jesus.
So that's kind of upsetting. But
that's kind of upsetting.
It is. I like to, it's kind of upsetting. I like to think that people at home know if I ever ended up in a jail cell and the media started printing why, that they'd know it's a pure lie they made it up.
Yeah.
But that's kind of scary. Outside of that, the ban in and of itself has not, I don't care, bro. It's made no difference to my life. The only thing Instagram was good for was a bunch of chicks, and you know, that's all. That's the only thing I used it for.
And you have them in.
I do okay. You know, I don't need it. So I don't care about any of that stuff. Right there.
So there you go. Him predicting that this would happen way before it happened, right? And you know, as you guys know, we're personal friends with Andrew. You know, we've had discussions about this. We knew it was going to come at some point too. His influence is too strong, and he says things that, quite frankly, go against the grain of mainstream society. You know, he teaches you how to not be a slave, look at things objectively, be a critical thinker. These are all things, okay, that mainstream media doesn't want you to do. They don't want you to be an independent thinker, because if there's too many independent thinkers, guess what? The beehive will not work, okay? They will not be able to sit there and indoctrinate you on some bullshit. All right. And if you guys don't believe me, look at the past 2 to 3 years. What ended up happening? Everybody was locked in their house, putting on masks and sitting down in a restaurant, then taking the mask off, thinking it would protect them. Cloud world shit. Cloud world shit. All right, guys. So, and we haven't talked about that cough that much on this pod, as you guys know, because of YouTube guidelines. But all I'm gonna say is,
you know what it is.
You know what it is, bro.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
You know what it is, guys.
If you watch this type of content, you already know where we stand when it comes to the fucking cough and jab, and all that other shit. All right. So we just have to be careful with talking about that on certain platforms. So you guys are deductive problem solvers, and you guys are intelligent enough to understand. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Twitter exchange, okay? So for us to understand all of the things that are going on, because there's so many different moving parts and components to this situation, we're going to go ahead and go into a Twitter exchange. So Andrew had a Twitter exchange with this woman named Greta Thunberg, if I'm not mistaken. Pull up her wiki real quick, just so y'all know who the hell this woman is.
How dare you?
Yeah, that whole sound effect came from her. So this is who Greta Thunberg is, guys, okay? She's a Swedish environmental activist who is known for challenging world leaders to take immediate action for climate change mitigation. Okay, Thunberg's activism began when she persuaded her parents to adopt lifestyle choices that reduced their own carbon footprint. In August 2018, at age 15, she started spending her Fridays outside the Swedish parliament to call for stronger action on climate change by holding up a sign reading, I can't read that, "School strike for climate" in Swedish. Thunberg initially gained notice for her youth and her straightforward and blunt speaking manner, both in public and to political leaders and assemblies, in which she criticized world leaders for their failure to take what she considers sufficient action to address the climate change, right? And of course, as you guys know, we use that sound effect all the time on this show because it's pretty comical to have her crying like, "How dare you!" About some bullshit, to be honest with you. But hey, we're not going to talk about climate change here, but this is who this woman is, and this is how this Twitter thing ensued. So Andrew basically responds, "Hello, Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti was a W16 8-liter quad turbo. My two Ferrari 812 Competizione have 6.5 liters V12s. This is just a start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions." Right? Andrew being Andrew, right? Trolling. And
Troll King.
As he's gassing up his Bugatti, right? And then Greta, I think, scroll down a little bit. She responds, right? And she says something, and then he uses this thing, making fun of her. Play it real quick, just so that people get an idea.
We can play it.
Yeah. From the beginning.
It's all wrong.
Why?
I shouldn't be up here.
Scroll a bit, Chris, so you can see it.
You have stolen my dreams. Yet, you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? In my childhood,
Funny shit.
Yo,
pause. So y'all get the idea, right?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I never use Twitter, but when Andrew tweets, that's just hilarious.
Yeah,
bro.
it's just funny, right? So she responds to all this with, my email address is smalldickenergy at, gofuckyourself.com or something, right?
Yeah.
Go back. And scroll down. So she responds, no, the other tab. Yep, go down. She goes, "Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com, twitter.com/Cobra Tate," right? So she says this crap, right? Say, "Oh yeah, go ahead and enlighten me." So he responds with this. And let's roll the clip up there, Chris. Yep. And the caption reads, let's read the caption real fast. "Thank you for confirming via your email address that you have a small penis at Greta Thunberg. The world was curious, and I do agree you should get a life," right? So, and then he films this.
"Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, obviously, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't.
And we're going to talk about the pizzas here and you guys' conspiracy theories. Don't worry, I'll address this here because I know Twitter went crazy about the pizza box, and we'll discuss that too. But I want to make sure that you guys kind of have a full picture here before we get into the details of pizza boxes being in Romania, the police, all this other crap. So go ahead.
Realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson. Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know, at least, that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, use my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
Bam. So as you guys know, Andrew trolling, very good at marketing, right? Because her responding, right, is exactly
what he wanted.
What he wanted. So, so now that you guys kind of understand what this Twitter shitstorm was, okay, let's go ahead. I have a video, Chris. It's in the Telegram chat. The last video. Okay. So we're gonna pull up this video. It's from ABC News. It came out a few hours ago. It's somewhat accurate, but we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a video summary now of what the hell is going on. Then we're gonna go into the facts. Okay. And I will break this all down for you guys. As I said before, guys, the reason why we're late because I was on the phone with a friend of mine who works in Romanian law enforcement. She's credible.
Official.
Yeah, official. And, you know, we had a discussion. So I want to make sure that we know what the hell is going on here. So we're giving you all the background. So let's go ahead and run this clip real quick from the news, Chris. Okay. All right. All right. And this is the title is Andrew Tate detained in connection with human trafficking and rape investigation.
Channel 4 News.
Channel 4 News. And this came out a few hours ago. So let's go ahead and run this thing real quick because it does summarize everything fairly succinctly, and then we'll go into the facts. Go ahead.
That's a top G. That's the big gorilla.
If you don't know who Andrew Tate is, your best bet is to just Google him.
Obscure internet figure with a cult following of fans.
At one point this year, more people searched for the controversial influencer's name than they did the names of Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined. And if you can be bothered to do that, the first video you'll probably see today is this one.
Mr. Tate, why did the police search your car?
Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan detained by Romanian police in Bucharest. According to prosecutors, 4 suspects, the Tate brothers and 2 Romanian nationals, quote, appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content meant to be seen on specialized websites for a cost, end quote. The 4 have been under investigation since April. Prosecutors said the allegations relate to at least 6 women. The warrant also details an allegation of rape from March this year, although it's not known which of the...
I want to make this extremely clear. The Romanian legal system, guys, is very different from the American legal system. I'm going to go into detail about how it works when it comes to search warrants and arresting and detention, all that stuff. But I'll cover that next. But I want you guys to understand that because a lot of you guys are from, you know, the United States, Canada, England, etc. You guys are from a first world Western country where it's typically common law, and you know there needs to be probable cause, all this other stuff. That doesn't necessarily apply in this situation with Romania. I'm going to go into the details about that after this video when we go over the entire situation.
Also, Twitch as well. If you guys don't mind,
get off Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to get off Twitch. All right, guys, come on over to
YouTube.
To YouTube. We're going to get off Twitch. Come on over to YouTube right now, guys. It's Fresh and Fit on YouTube. Damn, we already okay. Well, Twitter too.
We got some stuff that's gonna come up.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna be okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's. We're gonna go ahead and kill the Twitter one as well. Then go ahead,
guys. You're hearing it here first.
Come on over to YouTube, guys. Fresh and Fit. Come on over.
You're hearing it here first, guys.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So let's keep going. here with the other. Yep.
Suspects is accused of rape. Tate's detention last night coincided, although is not related, to a bizarre Twitter exchange he just had with Greta Thunberg. Under Elon Musk's stewardship, Tate had been allowed back on Twitter and tweeted Thunberg a list of his supercar collection and their emissions. She tweeted back, "Please do enlighten me. Email me at smallenergy@getalife.com." Tate responded in kind and the exchange went viral.
Okay, pause it, because at this point they go into his background, which they, assume a bunch of things, toxic masculinity, and they say all the other stupid ass buzzwords that we know.
The commercial,
the commercialized image of Andrew, which they try to demonize him, right? So now that we know he was arrested, let's look at the agency that actually went and is responsible for this. Okay, so can we pull up the wiki real quick, Chris?
Yep.
So this is who it is, guys. This is the scroll up to the top. The Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism. Okay, the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism is the Romanian government agency tasked with investigating and prosecuting organized crime and terrorism-related offenses. The DICOT is headed by a chief prosecutor and a deputy nominated by the Minister of Justice and appointed by the President of Romania. The chief prosecutor of the Directorate is subordinated to the general prosecutor of the prosecutor's office, attached to the High Court of Cassation and Justice. So I'm going to give you guys the U.S. equivalent to this because it's a little confusing. The U.S. equivalent to this, guys, would be, let's say, the Department of Justice, okay, which is the U.S. Attorney's Office, the prosecutors were combined with the FBI to form one agency. Because in the United States, you got the Department of Justice, and under the Department of Justice, you have the United States Attorney's Office, and then you have, let's say, the FBI. The U.S. Attorney's Office are the federal prosecutors, the FBI are the federal investigators, and they work together to put a case together. So I would say that these guys right here, to give you a functional equivalent, is like the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office being combined into one, okay? To be like just a DOJ in one. All right. So the United States is a little bit more segmented with this. You guys know, you watched our podcast earlier with Andrew Bustamante from the CIA. The United States tends to separate things a lot, right? We have 33 different 33 different intelligence agencies, a bunch of different law enforcement agencies. Romania doesn't operate that way. They're consolidated within one. Okay. And that's very important for you guys to understand so that everything else makes sense from this point forward.
So that includes the police and DICOT together.
Yeah. So they're essentially working together, right?
Tandem,
you got the prosecutors and you got the police kind of under one umbrella.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we have that figured out, I went on the official website, and can we show this real quick, Chris?
I didn't know you could read Romanian.
Well, shout out to my friend. She hooked it up for me. She sent me this website. Okay, and this is the official Romanian press release on the situation. Now, as you guys can see, none of us here speak Romanian, but there's a magical invention called Google Translate.
Bam.
Okay. Which I was able to go ahead and decipher this for y'all, because this press release, okay, when you read it in full, not parts of it like these other idiots, you can actually see what the hell is going on here and make sense of it. And I'm going to go ahead and explain some of this to y'all. All right. Can you enlarge it on our end, Chris?
Yep.
And just follow along with the cursor. All right. So, following the communique number 1 of 12/4/2022 and the interest shown by media representatives, the Information and Public Relations Office within the Organized Crime and Terrorism Investigation Directorate is empowered to bring the following to public attention. So this is their official press release on the situation. All right. On December 29th, 2022, the prosecutors of the Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism Central Structure, together with police officers from the Bucharest Organized Crime Brigade, implemented 5 home search warrants in a case in which investigations under the aspect of committing crimes of constituting an organized criminal group, human trafficking, and rape.
Great.
Okay. In the case, it was noted that at the beginning of 2021, 4 suspects, 2 British citizens and 2 Romanian citizens, constituted an organized criminal group with a view to committing crimes on the territory of Romania, but also of other countries such as the United States and Great Britain, of the crime of human trafficking. Okay, guys. So you can see here that there is some international influence here, okay?
100%.
There is some international influence to get these guys jammed up, all right? We're going to read between the lines here. This is the official press release. This is not me sitting here and saying, I think, or I believe, or any of this other shit. This is directly from the agency responsible, okay, for incarcerating Andrew right now and Tristan.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to bring up the tweet right now?
Which tweet?
The one I showed you in chat?
Let me finish this and then we'll get there so I can keep the people focused on this.
All right.
In the case, it was noted at the beginning of So victims were recruited, right? So they're going to start to the third paragraph, Chris. Yep. All right. Victims were recruited by British citizens by Chris, down. Chris, get with it, man. Right there, up, right there. Victims were recruited by British citizens. Keep it highlighted so that people can see.
You can, here we go.
Okay. All right. Victims were recruited by British citizens by misrepresenting their intention to enter into a marriage/cohabitation relationship and the existence of genuine feelings of love, the lover boy method. Okay. Which to me is crazy that they put this in an official document. So they're trying to say here, right? They're alleging that Andrew and Tristan, right, were misrepresenting their intention of being with women and, saying, oh yeah, we're going to get married and we're going to live together and all this other stuff for the sole purpose, right, of getting them
to work. So you guys know I talk about this on the show all the time, right? Selling a dream. The problem with this is that this is so vague and so widespread of being a lover boy. This can mean anything. So this just means, for example, if they're themselves and their feelings feel like they could be with the person, that's also deemed as a viable, option here. Because if they feel like, oh, he could be my boyfriend, my husband, then it's the same thing. So their feelings are causing this as well.
Yeah. Basically, we're saying the feels are the reals.
Yeah.
And, they're trying to insinuate here that, these women are victims and they lied to them and they're all this other stuff.
They want to be there.
My thing is this, bro, right? You cannot sit there and say women have equal rights, equal privileges, right? They're equal to men in every regard legally, right? And socially, which I agree with. Women are obviously equal to men from a human life standpoint, same value on earth, everything, right? I'm not here to say men are better than women or whatever it is. Men tend to be better at certain things than women, but when it comes to human life and importance of human life, we are equal, okay? So if we're going to say that we're equal and everyone's life is as valuable, well, we got to look at it objectively. They're capable of making independent choices and adults. So therefore, they're held to the same standard. What do you mean? Oh, my feelings, and I felt like this was going to happen and it didn't happen. And this is where things could get murky, because when you use, we've seen the consequences of women lying because of their feelings. Okay. You got Amber Heard.
Even recently in the immediate social media news, Gervonta Davis. Remember I mentioned earlier, his girlfriend said, his baby mama said, oh, he almost killed me and hit me. What did she post today? Oh, my bad. That was my feelings. He didn't touch me at all.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, they just lied and messed up his whole image.
Head coach from Texas Longhorns. Mm-hmm. He lost like $20 million because his girl wanted to say, oh yeah, he strangled me, blah, 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 all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Bam, got suspended.
Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
Johnny Depp, you know what I mean? So guys, I'm not saying women are evil people, but what I am saying is that they're human beings and they're capable of lying too, to try to paint a picture. If they're angry, if they're felt betrayed or their heart is broken or whatever, there's a reason why they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And the fact that this isn't an official document that they ran some lover boy scheme is crazy to me. All right.
Even in the Bible, bro.
Yeah.
It talks about women destroying kingdoms. And this means no guy's safe, bro. You could be a celebrity, athlete, rapper, regular person on the street. If a woman says she has the power to say anything that her feelings may produce, oh, he did this and that to me, you're in trouble, bro. You can't even fight it. You're in trouble.
You are presumed guilty. You are not presumed innocent when it comes to the court of public appeal. Yeah. Anytime a woman makes an allegation against you,
that's insane.
You are not. Okay. Hell, think about it, guys. A couple months ago, some girl said some bullshit about me to H3, called in, lied her ass off. We come back. We show y'all receipts. We show y'all Google Maps. We show you guys all this information, but it took 6 hours, right, for me to break down all the lies. And then H3 ended up losing 10,000 subscribers. But look at all the effort I had to put in to clear my name over a woman's bullshit, guys.
Even our ops had to say, you know what? All right, this is some bullcrap.
Even people that don't like us were like, damn, okay, this girl was cap. What the hell?
Common sense.
But think about that. I had the time, the resources, the know-how, the knowledge to know I got to document everything with these girls.
Yeah.
This is the world that we're in now, guys. Even in a place like Romania, it's the feels before the reals.
Yeah.
You have an official document here. Let's read that back one more time, Chris. Pull that up.
Yep. And I want to add one more thing as well. Sorry, go ahead.
We're going to read that one more time. Victims were recruited by British citizens by misrepresenting their intentions to enter into a marriage/cohabitation relationship and the existence of genuine feelings of love, the lover boy method.
That means all fuck boys are in trouble. But I spoke to academics last night, right, about this same topic here. And Andrew made a good point, and so did he. Andrew said, yo, in Romania, you're kind of exempt from the whole American type of burden of, laws and all this stuff, right? However, to penetrate that, a woman can make an accusation, make a phone call, and call the authorities, and it penetrates the global scheme into Romania. So imagine that. A woman can penetrate this whole far away, hey, I'm all the way in Romania, you're in the US, it should affect me, but it can because of a claim of her feelings.
Well, that's what happened to them in April.
Exactly.
So if for some of you guys, well, let's keep going into this. We'll keep reading this, and then I'll explain to you guys what occurred in April, right? Because they are connected. All right. They are later transported and housed in buildings in Lvov County, where by exercising acts of physical violence and mental coercion through intimidation, constant surveillance, control, and invoking alleged debts, they were sexually exploited by group members by forcing them to perform demonstrations pornographic for the purpose of producing and disseminating material of such a nature through social media platforms, and by submitting to the execution of a work in a forced manner in order to obtain important financial benefits consisting of the sums of money obtained as a result of accessing the materials by users. And I know some of you English nerds in here, that's a run-on sentence. Again, guys, this is Romanian. Translated from Romanian into English for y'all. So it might sound a little off when I read it, but this is verbatim what it is translated as. So far, 6 injured persons have been identified who were sexually exploited by the organized criminal group. All right. So they have 6 witnesses, 6 women. Okay. With regard to the crime of rape, it was noted that in March 2022, an injured person was forced on 2 different occasions by a suspect through the exercise of physical violence and psychological pressure to have sexual relations. At the headquarters of the Director for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism Central Structure, 4 people who are reasonably suspected, keyword guys, 4 people who are reasonably suspected of being involved in criminal activity were taken for questioning. Following the hearings, the prosecutors of the Directorate for the Investigation of Organized Crime and Terrorism Central Structure ordered the 4 persons to be detained for a period of 24 hours. So, what does that prove? Well, all the mainstream media, all the haters, Penguin, stupid ass, Hassan, what did they first report? Oh, the Tates got arrested for human trafficking. Ah! No, they were brought in after being reasonably suspected, right? According to them, reasonably, reasonably, I say that with quotes, involved in criminal activity, and they were brought in for questioning, and they were detained for 24 hours. So this is where we're going to get into some facts here. This is how it works in Romania when it comes to search warrants, guys. In the United States, in the UK, in New Zealand, etc., they have to typically establish something called probable cause to arrest you, okay? And they also need to establish probable cause to search your home. Romania doesn't work that way, guys. If they get information, they can go get a search warrant, right? Written by the prosecutors. When they get that search warrant, it allows them to enter the premises, detain the people that they suspect are responsible for the crime for 24 hours. Okay? So the search is conducted, and that allows the police a 24-hour grace period to detain the people involved. Okay? That's the only thing that the police and the prosecutors can do is detain. Then, from that point, they have 24 hours to gather as much evidence as they can. Within that 24 hours, they have to gather evidence, and then it goes to a judge. The judge is the one that makes the final decision if they are going to be held in jail for a period of 30 days, 60 days, 180 days, etc. Okay? So the police and the prosecutors can merely get the search warrant, detain the individuals. That's where their authority ends. The judge now steps in, and the prosecutors and the police present, this is why I think he should be held for more than 24 hours, and they have 24 hours to gather this evidence. Now, let's keep it 1,000 here, guys. All right? Who is Andrew Tate? Famous influencer, kickboxer, major influence all over the world, internationally known pretty much in any English-speaking and even countries that don't speak English. He has a lot of money. He has a home in Dubai. As you guys know, he spent the past few months in Dubai. Okay, they have a home there.
Yeah.
All right. Several passports, etc.
Also one of the most hated now.
And also, yeah, there's an enormous amount of people that don't like him. So, I mean, anybody that has common sense would look at him and be like, oh, well, he's probably a flight risk, right? So I am willing to bet, right, just common sense in my law enforcement background from the United States, right, that they went ahead and argued, hey, listen, we need to detain this guy because he's a flight risk, okay? Now, I don't know what they have. I don't know what they found in that 24 hours because as we know now, right now, according to most of the sources, Andrew's being held for 30 days, okay? So I don't know what they found, but what I am pretty confident is that when the prosecutors and the police made their case to hold him for 30 days, they basically said, yo, he's a flight risk, and we found this stuff as well. And also, I want you guys to keep in mind that there's 2 other individuals involved in this situation besides Andrew and Tristan.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's important to note as well. It's not just them. So we don't know who the other 2 individuals are, what they're responsible for, etc. All right? Honestly, I can only speak to the character of Andrew and Tristan, which I'll talk about that here later on. But I wanted to present you all the facts before I give you guys my personal take on it. Okay? Yeah. So let's keep going.
Because people were saying that he was being convicted and all this stuff. He was detained for 24 hours.
Yeah.
The judge decided, you know what? Based on evidence, like you said earlier, let's keep it for a
which could be a multitude of different things.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know exactly. Yeah. But guys, his influence is 100% plays a role in it. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second as well, which I thought was strange. Yeah. But we'll keep reading the article. Okay, the activities were also attended by police officers from the Legov Organized Crime Service and the Service for Combating Human Trafficking, as well as gendarmes from the Special Intervention Brigade of the Gendarmerie. So what does that mean in English? There's different agencies working together in this situation, all right? We make it clear that during the entire criminal process, the investigated persons benefit from the procedural right and guarantees provided by the Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as the presumption of innocence. So in that regard, similar to, Western countries, you're innocent until proven guilty. And just so you guys know, I did some more research. Andrew and Tristan are not obligated to speak to the police. They can invoke their right to silence. They don't have to talk to the police. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's another thing as well. But I wanted to make that distinction, guys, that a search warrant basically gives the police an extra 24 hours to detain you, gather evidence, which could be a multitude of different things, and then the judge makes a decision, and the judge is the one that decided, all right, he's going to be in for 30 days. Now, he can get released, right? Because the judge has about 180 days to make a final decision on here, whether they hold him for 180 days and then say, all right, we're going to suspend the rest of your sentence, or they decide, oh, we want to give you 1 year in jail, we want to give you 5 years in jail, or from what I understand, these charges carry a maximum of around 20 years in jail, well, all these different charges, right? The judge can impose that after 180 days, okay? So do we know if Andrew's going to be held for 180 days pending the judge, getting the evidence and deciding? We don't know that yet, okay? Like I said before, their system is very different, but that's how it works, all right? Now, let's go ahead and pull up, Chris, go back to the website, the official website from the Romanian press release. Now, if you scroll down, and this is something that really had me also like, what the hell is going on here? See that video, guys? Go ahead and play that video. This is a video of the raid of the Tate's mansion, which, again... And also as well, regarding this video as well, they did multiple houses of Andrew and Tristan. Yeah, 5.
It wasn't just one.
And some of them could have been controlled by the other 2 guys as well. We don't know that yet, but it was 5 search warrants. Okay, guys? And I want to say this. It is extremely strict. Like, it's not abnormal to record a search warrant, right? That's not abnormal.
But to post
it on the internet is fucking crazy to me, especially if it's supposed to be an active criminal investigation. All right?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. After I saw that video, I'm leaving Romania for good, bro. That's crazy, dude. They just violated. Niggas know where you're at. I mean, they probably know already, but like, they actually know now because all the evidence walking into it, bro. They know.
So it's crazy to me that they put this out there, which again had my radars going like, yo, you guys got cameras. You guys are coming in here doing a search. I'm not opposed to them, obviously recording what they got to do if they're in the middle of a case. But why the hell are you putting it on the internet?
Can I get some conspiracy here? Because I know people say, "Oh, fresh conspiracy." But can I bring the tweet up? So I want to tie this together. What I was thinking yesterday on the show. So, Chris, I have a tweet in the actual chat there if you don't mind. And guys, I gotta say this, man. The U.S. is very good at coming into situations that don't involve them, and as a result, if they deem somebody to be a issue for them, the whole culture, the agenda, they're gonna come at you. So there's a tweet here from someone, and they posted it in October about this happening. So read what it says here, if you don't mind, Myron, coming up.
My sources in law enforcement have told me Andrew Tate will be arrested end of 2022, early 2023. No matter if he is guilty or not, the Romanian government is under intense pressure from the United States and big tech to shut him down. And that was on October 11, 2022, and this guy called it.
Okay. You can put it down now.
Yeah.
And we know the Tates are well known in Romania. Everyone respects them, shows them love, even the girls as well, because we were there. We saw that happen in real time.
And they were raided in April as well.
Exactly.
Which we could talk about that after, but go ahead.
I think personally, added to that as well, there was a push from someone, maybe it's the US, maybe it's outside source, to go after him and record it to post it all over social media to paint him in a bad light. That's what I think.
Another thing too, right? Again, this is fact. This is not my opinion. Back in April, what occurred was essentially, Andrew, right, was swatted. I know some people are saying like, no, you weren't swatted. They searched your house. No, he was swatted, and I'll explain why. Law enforcement works differently in other countries, guys. Someone called the U.S. Embassy, right, and said that there was a girl being held against her will at their home. Well, when you have international pressure, especially from a country like the United States, the police have to do something in Romania. There's potentially a U.S. citizen being held against their will in Romania. So the police are like, all right, we got to go ahead. We got to investigate. So they go and they figure out that there's some, they're having a party. There's girls there, etc. And this girl says, I was being held against my will. Makes this fucking nonsensical story up, right? Because what really occurred was she was hooking up with Tristan and she didn't want to get caught fucking cheating. That's the reality. All right. So she, instead of taking accountability and saying, I'm here because I don't like you anymore to her boyfriend, essentially, she lies and says, no, I'm being held against my will, etc. Well, thankfully, the Tates have an extensive camera system. All right. And they had a bunch of girls at the house that verified that the girls were there. They're partying. They're having a good time. And on top of that, the girl that accused the Tates of kidnapping her or whatever, she went out of the mansion to get food,
pizza,
and then came back in.
Pizza.
Tell me, if you're being kidnapped, right? Would you order pizza? Pizza comes, you leave the compound, gets that pizza. Wouldn't you run or tell the pizza guy, give me a ride home or some shit like that? No, she walks back in. Okay. Thank God they have cameras. Thank God they have security. And they were able to show that it was a bunch of fucking bullshit. Yeah. But what happened? Well, the police have to do their due diligence. They have to go in there. They have to investigate. They have to make sure, hey, what's going on? So they end up taking phones, laptops, computers to analyze and make sure nothing really went down. Well, nothing did. And they were able to give them all their stuff back and it was fine. But now, right, allegation comes again. They have to investigate. They have to come in and do all this extra shit. And we're kind of at the situation that we're in now.
And then just before the video, I want to speak to the actual testament of who Andrew and Tristan are. Just because I mean, you might call us biased or whatever, but bro, we were actually there, and this is us in real time. So this was a little party in Romania with the Tates, right? And for example, the girls here, they were happy to be there. They were like, "Yo, Tristan and Andrew was so awesome. Like, it was a good vibe. No one's against the world. Everyone's saying, you know what? These are really good guys. I like being here." And fun fact. We left this spot. So you could bring forward. No, Chris, go back. Right before we went to their spot after, and everyone was there in the house, and they could leave at any time. They come in, get some drinks, have a good time. They can leave anytime. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, bro, they wanted to be there. So this whole thing about trafficking, bro, I can't believe that's true because dude, we were there. It's crazy.
Yeah. So let's go back to, let's play the raid footage real quick, which again, like I said before, is a big alarm to me for them to release that immediately after during the course of a active criminal investigation.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the raid video.
This is crazy, by the way.
Yeah. And Chris, you might have to unmute it.
Let me see.
You might have the tab muted. Okay. Or you might have to do it on Firefox or whatever. But yeah. And the other thing too, while Chris pulls this up, the other thing I want to bring into your guys' attention is look at the quality of the pictures after Andrew and Tristan were arrested. It's as if the media was waiting there, trying to get some snapshots. And I'm like, yo, this is a professional photo shoot. What the hell is going on here? You know what I mean?
So there's no sound on this video?
Yeah.
There's one on YouTube that has sound.
Yeah, it's fine. Just play it.
We can play it.
I don't think it has sound in the beginning. It's gonna have sound later on. You're right. It's gonna have sound later on. So yeah, it looks like one of the locations, right? And then it's gonna awkwardly cut right around
to the Tate spot.
Yeah, then it's gonna cut to the Tate spot. This is not the Tate's home. This isn't right here. This is not the Tate's home.
Well,
I don't know who it belongs to.
We don't know who this belongs to.
Now this is their house, and then they go in. Right. So the footage might have been from one of the other residences, and then this is them coming in, right
to the whole crib.
Yeah.
It's not nice house.
And I showed them on my stream yesterday, the behind the scenes. But bro, this is crazy, bro. Like,
for them to record this, for them to record this to me is wild, bro.
Yeah.
And put this out there, like this is. And as you can see, they're cooperating, not causing a scene, not causing issue. This is what they found.
And actually, they're really cool with the police in terms of like they have an understanding. Like, yo, you know, we hold parties here.
Which and for some odd reason, all the soy boys like Hassan and them thought it was. Pause. That just to clarify, go back a few seconds there.
Yep.
Like where it had the table, just so y'all know. Go back. Okay, guys, that is not an actual gun or whatever. It's in the table. It's in the glass.
Yeah, it's
just so y'all know.
It's art, guys.
It's art. It's not a gun on a table or money.
They got it in Dubai.
Yeah, it's encased within the glass.
Yeah.
All right, because. Like I said before, these guys reporting a bunch of misinformation. Look at this. They got this stuff. They got guns and knives and all this stuff in their house. I mean, is there something wrong with having weapons to defend yourself when you're a international fucking superstar, dude?
They have security.
Like what the hell are you, what?
They're a target.
You know, newsflash for all the people out there. Guys, there is U.S. law precedent that the police are not obligated to protect you. In the United States, this is the United States, first world country. The police are not obligated to protect you, okay? They're supposed to, but they're not necessarily legally obligated to do it, all right? So you think in Romania, a country that doesn't have the same level of rule of law as the United States, they have a duty to protect you? No. So you must take personal security, personal protection into your own fucking hands.
And added to that as well, he's well known. People hate him, and like he's at risk every single day he wakes up. He goes outside. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So he has to have security.
So these clowns, right? Look at the swords. This is like typical of what would be found at Alpha Bell's house. Ha ha ha. Lasan and all these other guys. Like fuck y'all, man. Real talk. Like fuck you guys, because you guys clearly don't understand, or you're just trying to be funny about it. The consequences of being famous and not protecting yourself.
Yeah.
You got to move different, bro.
Have to. No matter who you are.
You know? All these fucking weirdo leftist idiots that think that having personal protection is toxically masculine or making fun of it. That's wild to me.
And also for them, remember, it's also art as well. Collecting those pieces, those stuff like that is art.
Yeah.
So,
which is kind of funny that the police are videotaping this, which is like, bro, it's literally a table with money and a gun and glass inside of it. You can't even get inside of it. So anyway,
but now the problem is with this footage right here, everyone's gonna know, like everyone in the world's gonna pretty much know the inside of their home. Like, I mean, we've
and what they have, which is crazy.
This is like just putting out there.
Yeah,
hey,
this is a gross invasion of privacy.
Personally, bro, after seeing this, I would want to move. Keep it 1,000 with you, because everyone knows where you're at.
Well, people know where they're at, but I don't like how they displayed what they found
inside.
Like that's not. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Like, bruh, is this necessary? If you want to videotape for evidentiary purposes, I understand. But and then there's the cars,
like blurred up
but
cars.
Yeah, but like for y'all to put this on the internet is crazy to me, bro. But what I told, man, yo, whether it's the police, annoying girls, dudes, YouTubers, whatever, people do anything for clout, bro.
Yeah.
They really do. Even law enforcement agencies. You know, this is a huge thing for them. This is a big W. Oh, look at this. We got Andrew Tate. Oh,
if this was America, could they post this legally?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Wow.
Fuck no. That's why I'm shocked that they put this out. This is this is literally video footage during the course of a search warrant.
Damn.
You cannot put this out publicly. Fuck no. Not only it doesn't have legal implications, also there's an invasion of privacy. That's their safe.
Yeah, with all the watches, bro.
And the money and stuff. Like, dude, when I saw this, I was furious. Like, I was literally furious.
So just so you know, when we were there, I was careful not to ever record that part, because unless I asked, because I didn't know. Okay, cool. Can we record that? Yes or no? Because you don't know. That's somebody's privacy, and it's like a safe. So you never know.
Yeah. And
it also, bro, like, I get it. There's money in this house, bro. You guys froze those accounts. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Like, it's common sense, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would take my money and I can't use it. I'm gonna keep some for myself.
Yeah, you got to keep it cash. I mean, especially with the way, you know, people were trying to, freeze his money, cards not working,
it's
all
annoying.
this bullshit. You know what I mean? Because people trying to PayPal trying to cancel whatever the fuck it is. Like, it's wild, man. It's literally wild.
Someone said MTV rated him. That's crazy.
MTV rated.
Wow.
All right. So, did you have anything else fresh on this?
No. I mean, I could play some more of the vlog, but I guess you guys kind of get the picture that, like, guys, their whole setup, they have a great time. They go out, they have fun with people that they care about. They buy bottles, they have fun. They go back to the house, they party a little bit. It's all like everyone's there and they can leave anytime.
Yeah. I'll give my personal take on it here in a second.
Yeah.
Based on everything. So let's go ahead real quick. I'll hit some of these chats real fast. And we got 27,000 y'all in here, man. So do me a favor, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, you don't got to donate $1. I want to make sure that this video gets out so you guys can see the gross injustice that the Tates are suffering right now, because this is fucking bullshit. The fact that they, or they're okay. I'll give you guys my final take on this here in a second. I'll read these real fast. Tate had a former HSI agent in his house who specialized in trafficking. How does that make sense if he was trafficking women? Exactly. Exactly.
Actually, you would have seen.
Yeah, I would have seen it, bro. Like I used to investigate human trafficking in the United States, guys, and I could tell y'all 1,000% fucking certainty that these guys are nowhere close. I've actually investigated it. I've met human traffickers. I've interviewed them. I've seen what it takes to build a human trafficking case. Nowhere does it come fucking close. George Prios. Tate has influence. That's why they're pushing this smear campaign against them. They want to weaken men so that the population is easier to control. FNF, the Tate, Sneeko, etc. all want men to be strong, masculine leaders in society. Yes, my friend, but that is considered toxic masculinity in today's day and age.
George, you brought up a very good point. So I saw in the comments, right? Some guys were like, "Yo, free Tate. This is messed up. This can't be happening." The moment they kept on longer than 24 hours, they're like, "Oh, wait, he's guilty? All right, never mind. I changed my mind." So it's turning people against them because, like, wait. Did they actually do it? Oh no, let me backtrack now. But bro, like, it's all a campaign to smear the image, bro. 100%.
Yep.
So
huge shout out to FNF, but a special shout out to Myron and Fresh. You guys have no idea how much you saved me. The day Myron goes on his rants, I take it personally and use to better myself. As Romanian American people need to understand how the Romanian laws work. Yes, and that's what I was trying to explain to everybody, because a lot of people have a very uninformed concept of how the law works, which is, you guys can see, it's drastically different than the United States. What can we do to become cancel/Epstein proof? We as a society /men need to set up a proper infrastructure to allow free thought and expression. Social media is not enough anymore. Amen. Rumble.com. Rumble is really the way to go, bro. Rumble.com/TreasureFit. Rumble.com/Tate Speech.
That's it.
That's the only place you can find Tate nowadays, besides Twitter. Rumble.com/Tate Speech. Go support Tate, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Romania president put in office by USA. DICOT chief always put in office by USA FBI. This is all political. Andrew's level, he knew this is coming. Romania mafia has people in office arrested Thursday afternoon before the week, so it extends for 30 days. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know for sure, but I might
shout out to Daquan Wilshire, says free a real one. Appreciate that, my friend. Also, I want to let y'all know something as well, because some people had this rumor, right? As you guys know from that Twitter video we showed you earlier when Andrew was talking to Greta.
Yeah.
Oh, the pizza boxes is what did him in. Guys, the lunacy of that fucking... You stupid. Bro, first and foremost, you can tell from the background, he's in his war room, which is in Romania, and they filmed there a million times. Everyone knows that's at his home in Romania. That's number one, right? That's common sense. Number two, guys, when you enter a country, right, they keep logs of everyone that comes in and out, okay? Even the poorest countries in the world keep some type of manifest of everyone that comes into and out of the country, unless they're entering or leaving illegally, right? And Romania definitely has that capability. So for y'all to think, yo, they tracked them down with a pizza box is ludicrous at fucking best.
And also common sense, bro. He's famous. He walks into Romania. Oh, it's Andrew Tate. People are gonna know.
Like, bro,
they're gonna talk.
Incredible how stupid people are on the internet, bro. Like, y'all really think the police didn't know he was there until they saw pizza boxes? What the fuck is going on, man? You guys think, like, yo, I literally have said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Common sense is no longer fucking common.
Yeah.
People are stupid as fuck. From the background alone, you know he's in Romania. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? It was the pizza boxes, him not recycling it. Greta got him.
I am appalled to see the comments, because people think they know so much when they don't know shit, bro. And it's funny to see this, because right now, anything that's going to be used against Andrew is going to be used against him, because they want to put him down all the way. So this whole pizza box thing, Andrew's done for showing the pizza box. He ordered pizza. Okay, what's the big deal? He's in his house. People know that.
I mean, Daniel goes, if people had any doubts, about the Matrix. I hope this targeting of the Tates exposes the truth and further red pills people around the world. It's BS. I wish them well. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, Danny, man.
Okay, Fresh, go ahead. Can you read that last?
Yeah, and
We're good to go. Hold on 1 second.
we got some more here. Shout out to the people supporting, man. We got Omni Studio says the Matrix elites will delete any prophet who attempts to destroy their grip on society. They fear a society that is made up of strong two-parent families. Andrew's exposing the Matrix failed feminist ideologies. Well said. That's Omni Design Studio. And then Don Marco. And then Flow TV says, y'all doing a service for real? Keep on kicking realness. Yeah, man. I mean, personally, guys, like, I am always mad when I see people talk about my friends because you don't know them on a personal level. And it's crazy to think that, like, they're being charged for these charges because they want to be put in a bad light. And this whole, like, agenda is being pushed here. I think, personally, it's the U.S. or some other entity, maybe the woke mob, whatever, putting pressure on the Romanian government to say, you know what? Nah, bro, get this nigga out of here. And I fear that they're going to put false evidence in the House or plants or whatever to condemn Andrew and his brother. That's my deepest fear because they can lie and make any shit. And unfortunately, because they're detained now, what are they going to do? So that's my only fear here because I think personally they're innocent. But once again, they could put any evidence there and say, hey, here's why we should hold them for more days. And, oh, you know what? They did this and that. So we don't know what's going to happen, guys. We're just here reporting what we have so far. But, I mean, what can we really do? Actually, what we can do is support Andrew in spirit, online, maybe sub to his channel, maybe wish him goodwill. But other than that, we can't really do much.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead for some of you guys that just joined, because people joined in on different parts of the broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and do a full recap for y'all about what the hell is going on here. All right. So as you guys know, Andrew was detained by the police, DICOT to be exact, who is a law enforcement agency / prosecutorial office that work together. I would say it's the equivalent to maybe FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office combined, right? That's the U.S. functional equivalent for all my American people out there, right? He was detained by them pursuant to 5 search warrants that were conducted at different premises in Romania. The way the law works in Romania, guys, is if they go ahead and get a search warrant, it automatically gives them a 24-hour period, essentially, right, in most cases, to detain the individuals and or subjects of the investigation of the search warrant for 24 hours. During that 24-hour period, it is on the prosecution and on the police, right, to go ahead and gather more evidence to justify holding them for a period of 30 days, which can be all the way up to 180 days. The person that makes that decision is the judge. So in this case, they went ahead and did the search warrants, detained Andrew and Tristan for 24 hours. At the end of that 24 hours, the police and the prosecution came back and said, yo, judge, we want to hold them for 30 days. And the judge allowed it to happen. Now, I want to be very explicit about this. Okay. And I got this information, by the way, from a credible law enforcement official out of Romania who knows what the hell she's talking about. All right. Them deciding to detain him for 30 days can be on a bunch of different factors. It can be maybe they found evidence. It could have been the 6 witnesses saying some things, which we know people have lied on Andrew and Tristan before. It could be the fact that they're wealthy, have money, have different passports, have the ability to flee, that they could be looked at as a flight risk. There's a multitude of reasons as to why they could have been held for this extra 30 days. But what I do know is that they're being held for that 30 days, and they may or may not be released in that time period. At the end of the 180 days, pretty much, the judge has to make some kind of final ruling based on the evidence that is gathered. Okay, and that can be, for something as small as the jail sentence is suspended. These guys are free to walk, all the way up to potentially 20 years with the charges that they're looking at according to Romanian law. The law over there is far different than it is in the United States. Okay, and from what I've seen, based on what occurred in April and what occurred here, quite frankly, my personal opinion, my professional experience from being a former law enforcement officer in the United States, this is a fucking fishing expedition, okay? Because they go in there and they're searching and they're trying to gather evidence as they're doing the investigation, right? Contrary to how it works in first world countries where they gather the evidence, build up the probable cause, go to try to get the person indicted, and then they come in with an arrest warrant. They didn't get an arrest warrant for Andrew until after the 24-hour period, okay? After they found evidence. But like I said before, there's a multitude of different factors that could have led to them getting this arrest warrant. So everyone and all these bloggers, these guys, these super SJW soy boys that are saying, oh, Andrew Tate got arrested, blah, blah, blah. Incorrect. He was detained for questioning for a 24-hour period, which gave the police time to gather more evidence. Okay. Now, I also want to say this too. This is no knock on the Romanian authorities or anything like that, but it is a different country where there is potential corruption, okay? We're not going to sit here and say that we live in some Disney fairy tale world. It is a country that is susceptible to corruption at some of the highest levels. It is what it is.
Which is why they moved there.
Yeah, you know,
also it could be used against them now.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? We really don't know what's going on here in this case. But just want you guys to understand that police everywhere are corrupt. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You could go to here, United States. You can go to another first world country. It happens everywhere. But Romania is a bit different. As you guys can see, there are laws, right, allow for the police to kind of go on fishing expeditions with individuals. Because once you get a search warrant, it's like free reign. Woo! We detain them. We can do all this stuff. All right. The other thing, too, I want to bring to y'all attention is that this case is heavily dependent upon witnesses. They have 6 witnesses, allegedly, that complained that Andrew and Tristan, the 2 British people, as the press release showed y'all, were lover boys and promised them intimacy, marriage, cohabitation, etc., which is problematic in itself because we're relying upon feelings to make real-world decisions, which can consequently put them in prison. Right? We're relying on testimony that is inherently emotional from women that has to do with sex, relationships, marriage, etc. This is a very volatile subject. So the fact that that's being used, right, and used as potential evidence is wild to me. Okay? So, like I said before, that's kind of what's going on in a nutshell. It is not what the internet wants to tell you where, oh, yeah, he got arrested because they caught him off a pizza box, or Greta Thunberg got him arrested, or any of that other stuff. No, it was just simply a coincidence that he went into a Twitter, fight with her, and then the police showed up the next day. It's just a coincidence. And then, like I said before, common sense, guys, the police are going to know he's in Romania just because of his stature, who he is. And, I mean, I tell you guys from experience, when I went to Romania, when we went there, they took our information, they took our passports, and they called it in before they let us get on the plane. Like, I mean, this is just how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Like any country that has any semblance of any type of advancement is always going to make sure that they do a customs and immigration check on the people that come into the country. And these guys are not Romanian citizens, so of course, even if they were, they would still have to some degree know they were there. And then also you got the brown walls in the back. Clearly, he's in Romania.
Common sense.
It's just common sense, bro. The pizza boxes. Are you guys fucking serious? It's amazing what people say on the internet. So now that we kind of went over and recapped what happened, this is my personal take on it. Guys, as you guys know, I used to work in law enforcement myself, right? With Homeland. You know, I've done all different types of investigations, from drug trafficking to human smuggling, human trafficking, all different types of crimes, firearms, all this shit. And when I was in Romania hanging out with the Tate brothers, I spent a significant amount of time with them. And what I want to say is these guys are the furthest thing from criminals. They're the furthest thing from human traffickers. I mean, these allegations are ludicrous. They're bullshit. These guys are family men. These guys have children. These guys donate to charities. These guys willingly provide different support systems all over Romania that they don't necessarily might not talk about publicly, right? For obvious reasons, which I understand and respect that. And they've been doing that for the better part of a decade. You know, it wasn't really until they became famous that all this spotlight has hit them. So for them to say, right, oh yeah, these guys are traffickers and all this other bullshit, it's a fucking lie. I saw with my own 2 eyes how these guys operate, right? The girls that come to the house, that hang out with them, these guys are celebrities in Romania, guys. Women are obviously going to flock towards them. But, right, with great, anytime you're famous, anytime you have any type of status, any clout or whatever, people look at that, right, to their own advantage. People have nefarious intentions a lot of time to get around people of status and power. And this is no different, okay? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And quite frankly, people will do and say anything to bring you down when you have status and money to elevate themselves. All right? This is no different. And I also want to read real quick.
So this also in Romania with them as well. Dude, hella girls are there by free will, wanting to have fun, have a good time. It's what it is, man. Like,
I don't want to read this from Justin. Shout out to Justin Waller. He couldn't be with us today, guys. He's got some things going on behind the scenes. But Justin wrote, and I quote, "If Andrew and Tristan are anything other than truth-seeking men brave enough to speak out for the net positive of the world, then I am a blind fool. I've spent countless days, weeks, and months with them at a time. In this time, I've never seen Andrew or Tristan act, speak, or otherwise insinuate anything illegal. I believe in love and fully support Andrew and Tristan Tate. Time will show their character and forthrightness on all accounts. I have zero doubt. And yeah, that's Justin's statement. Justin Waller, shout out to him. But yeah, guys, we spent weeks over there. These dudes are fucking legit, man. They don't like, just use common sense. Do you really think guys that have their influence, money, status, stature need to traffic girls?
For what?
Like common fucking sense. Do you think that they need to traffic girls?
It's like saying Hugh Hefner needs to do that.
If anything, they kick girls out because there's too many.
Literally.
If anything, they need to get rid of them. You know? So, because we've been there at their parties when a girl acts unruly or whatever, they don't mess with that. Oh, she's too drunk, send her home. And they get them Ubers, they give them money to go take taxis. They don't have to do that shit. That's something else I want to say as well. Tristan, if he kicks a girl out or he doesn't like a chick or whatever,
Uber,
he will give her the money to get a taxi, or he'll get her an Uber, even if she's pissing him off.
Or a personal driver. Hey, you know what? This girl needs to go home. Take her home.
Yes. Their personal drivers will drive the women. So these guys are the complete fucking opposite of doing anything nefarious with women or anything like that. If anything, they respect them to another degree. I'd be kicking bitches out. I don't even get them an Uber.
Yo, goddamn, that's true.
I'd be kicking chicks out. I don't give a fuck. All right? So these guys are the highest class of gentlemen. They opened up their home to us. We hung out with them. And if you guys might say, oh, well, Myron, you're biased because you're friends with them, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I wouldn't be friends with them if they weren't upstanding fucking gentlemen. And they treat women extremely well. These guys.
I was actually like amazed. Actually, even the staff, the workers, women that are doing the clothes, you know, the washing, all that stuff, they were extremely pleasant to be. They were like, hey, yo, what do you need? We're glad to be here. I was like, well, you must like your job. They're like, yeah, we love our job here. They take care of us. It was a good time. It's kind of like legit. Everyone that was working there was happy to be there. Everybody.
Yeah. So and I'm telling you guys this from firsthand experience, man. I wouldn't be friends with these guys. I wouldn't have spent the amount of time I did with these guys. And hell, with my background, right? Of course, I wouldn't associate with these guys if they're doing some crazy shit. They don't do any of this stuff that they're alleging. It's fucking lie. It's bullshit. And I know that I might be, you know, a tad bit biased here, right? I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush and tell you that I'm not a little biased because these guys aren't my friends. But this is like fucking bullshit when they go ahead and give these allegations or whatever. And you guys got to understand that there is a huge interest in painting these guys in a bad light. There's a huge interest in making allegations against them. There's a huge interest in knocking them off the platform, getting them canceled. And the fastest way, right, to get someone jammed up is quite frankly through women. That's the easiest way. Oh, just say they did this to you. There have been... Women have come forward, guys. I want to make this very clear for you guys so you guys know the fucking conspiracy and the bullshit that they're trying to spread here. There have been women that came forward and literally said they were offering me $10,000 to $50,000 to lie on Andrew and Tristan that I was a victim of trafficking, that I was raped, that I was assaulted, etc. Y'all are telling me that if there's women that came forward that admitted, yeah, they offered me this money and I declined it. Y'all are telling me there aren't women that will accept it?
100%.
I have never seen. I have never seen a fucking concerted effort so strong to take someone down.
And how do we know those 6 people that were apparently trafficked or whatever aren't paid people to say, you know what? All right, let's get them this time. Go ahead and say this about them. We don't know. It could be because once again they're offered money to lie on Andrew and Tristan.
Yeah.
And actually, for any celebrity, think about it. All the celebrities that you know that are successful, that are very high profile, what happens to them? They meet a girl, either they get married, they start having relations, and then all of a sudden, oh, I felt like he did this or that to me, and then all of a sudden his credibility lowers because of a woman's either feelings or accusations. That's crazy.
You know what else is funny? Let's use some more common sense here, okay? For some of you guys that don't know, the Tates have been rich for the better part of the last decade.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all might be new to Andrew and Tristan, and you guys think, okay, they made their money from Hustlers University, blowing up on the internet, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. The answer to that is nope. They actually made their first few million from doing webcam, okay? Having girls working for them at the height of their webcam industry. They had 75 girls working for them, all right? They've been doing this for several years. Now, one accusation came across of them doing some weird shit or anything else like that. It was anything that did come up, it was unfounded and unproven and found to be untrue, a lie, okay? So all these years, never getting arrested and convicted of anything. And now all of a sudden, they have this money. They're rich. They're extremely rich now because they're already rich before. Very famous, have this status, etc. Guys, they've kind of stepped off doing the webcam stuff for a while now. Now you're telling me you want to come back and say, oh, they're trafficking all this other shit when they've downsized that side of their income significantly?
Because of the influence. Yeah.
Then think about that for 2 seconds. They've been doing this for a very, very long time. And not one accusation has ever stuck. They got accused one time in London when they took all this shit and nothing happened. Right? Because one girl got mad because she got fired.
Yeah.
We talked about that in extent with Andrew if you guys want to go back and look at our other interviews. But then nothing was proven. And you're telling me now, 10 years later, after they made all this money, now they're even more successful. They no longer do the webcam stuff. Now people all of a sudden, oh yeah, they're exploiting me through webcam. And we know that women have been offered tens of thousands of dollars to lie on their name.
Stop the cap.
I mean, when there's smoke, there's a fire, right?
Talk about a hit piece. This is a legal global hit piece on Andrew and Tristan.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that, like, knowing how this works, they can set them up so easily. False evidence, have girls lie on them, and what's gonna happen? The media's gonna push it. Oh, it is true. Look at what she said. She said, look at the evidence here. And if you're unknowing of who they really are or have a common sense in your head, okay, why is this happening? Then you won't know. But the average person is going to be fooled by it.
Let me tell you how stupid the common public is. There was a video, and this literally has me like sad for society. There was a video that surfaced of Andrew slapping a girl, right, in a bed, and he's saying, "Hey,
playfully, of course,
yeah,
playfully,
yeah, right." So did I tell you not listen? Blah blah blah. Right? She's wearing lingerie. There's a camera clearly pointed at the bed. Andrew, I love you, but you got some bad acting skills. It's very obvious.
Worse than for us.
You know what I'm saying? It's very fucking obvious that this is staged because he's telling her to look at the camera before he slaps her.
Like an old
right?
70s flick.
And he doesn't go all the way. It's like kind of like a half. You know what I'm saying? and the media takes this, right? Very obvious it's staged. And runs with it and says he beats women.
Oh.
Okay? Like I said before, common sense is no longer fucking common. If I was really beating on a chick, would I set up a fucking video camera, tell her to look at the camera, go like this, have her wear lingerie, and beat her up? Come on, man. But the mainstream media wants y'all to think that he actually beats women. The girl had to come out and say, just so you guys understand, it was a fetish thing. Me and Andrew used to role play, etc., etc.
And she wanted it.
She came out and said, this is what we used to do as a part of our relationship. You know what these idiots still say to this day? Andrew beats on women. Look at this video. And they play that same fucking video. Bro, I don't even have to know Andrew to look at that video and be like, oh yeah, what the hell? This is obviously some kinky shit. Yeah, this is, she's wearing lingerie. The camera's perfectly positioned to see all the, to see what's going on. He's like, clearly reading like off some lines. Like, bruh, what the fuck is going on?
It's all the soul boys, simps, all the ugly fat chicks that can't get any play. They're mad because they're like, damn, this guy's getting laid. You know what? Let's talk shit about him. Pretty much. So it's what it is, bro.
Here's the problem. These liberals, these soy boys, right? These guys that, you know, lack testosterone and do nothing better than sit there and comment on other people. One thing that they fail to understand, right, is that the same tolerance that they want us to have, right? Maybe more conservative, forward-thinking people, etc., that might subscribe to libertarian, whatever the hell you want to say. They're not tolerant of what we think, but we're supposed to be tolerant of what the fuck they think. I don't care what y'all do. You guys see us over here, oh, let's do a hit piece on Hassan or somebody just because we don't agree. No, they talk shit about us first.
Yeah.
Right? So when we did talk to him, we're like, hey, you want to debate? We're here right now. Oh, well, you know,
I gotta pee.
So I'm making a whole bunch of fucking excuses, all this other fuck shit. But we're the past year you've been doing nothing but talking shit about us and Andrew. We're here now. Oh, I don't know if y'all are big enough. Motherfucker, what? Us and Andrew are bigger than you and H3, buddy. Are you living under a fucking rock? But again, like I said before, these guys, right? They preach tolerance, but they're not tolerant at all. And the other thing too that they fail to understand is that, oh, like this guy gets girls and he does this. I don't get girls, so therefore, since I'm not good with women and I don't have that sexual experience, there's no way that he can have that sexual experience. What do I mean by that? Well, you take a stringy-haired fucking loser named Penguin who lives in Florida but happens to be pale and doesn't go out in the sun. What does he say? Oh, Freshman CEO, you don't get no girls. You had 2 girls in a day and you met an NBA player in Miami? Bro, totally not possible. We go ahead and call the NBA player. Prove the fact that Fresh was hanging out with him on that day with the girls at the mansion party. Has he responded to that? Of course not. No. Because he looks at it like, if I can't do it, I don't think you can do it either. Playback, same shit. This is cap. No way. You had 2 girls. This is no way. Because they lack critical thinking skills to think, okay, maybe that guy was able to do it. Maybe because he lives in Miami, maybe a certain lifestyle, etc. But if they can't do it, they think you can't do it. Yeah, which is wild to me. But hey, you know, to some people, they look at Andrew's life and they say, no fucking way. He can have Bugattis, cars, all these hot girls. No way. He must be a trafficker.
Yeah. Has to be a reason.
Whenever you're shining and you're killing it and you're successful, right? What you're basically doing is you're shining a spotlight on other people. And what happens is they see their inadequacies in your adequacies. Again, they see their inadequacies in your adequacies. And guess what that does? Makes them extremely uncomfortable. And last time I checked, human beings don't like being uncomfortable. They don't like being held accountable, etc. So when they see a guy that looks somewhat like them, that maybe came from a similar background to them, and they're able to go ahead and achieve and become bigger and better, and they realize I can't do it, that's when they go ahead and point the fucking fingers. Oh, well, he must be a liar. He must be a scammer. He must be doing this to women. He must be doing that. He must be paying. He must be doing blah, 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 all this other fuck shit. No. How about you're just a pussy? You don't want it bad enough, and you don't want to get out of your comfort zone, you pussy faggot. Maybe that's what the fucking problem is. You're soft. Have you ever thought about that? No, I didn't think about that. They're just toxic alpha males. I'm just going to say that. Not one fucking time have I ever sat here and called myself a fucking alpha male. Yet you retards are on the internet running around, toxic alpha males, toxic alpha males. I haven't heard Andrew run around and say I'm an alpha male. I haven't heard Tristan say that shit. Fresh hasn't said that shit. Yep. But for some weird fucking reason, all these weirdos on the internet want to run around and say, fake alpha males, look at these guys, toxic masculinity, all this fucking bullshit, man. It's wild. It is wild. Guys, there's a war going on outside.
Yep.
All right? I'm telling y'all. Any guy that has the fucking testicular fortitude to stand up to politically correct bullshit or call out fuck shit is automatically going to be labeled a toxic alpha male. Anything that teaches you about male self-improvement, anything that teaches you how to get in shape, anything that teaches you about female nature, anything that teaches you to become a better man is always going to be looked at as toxically masculine, fucked up, blah, 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 blah. They want you lost. They want you blind. They want you poor. They want you fat. They want you to be a fucking pussy and not realize your value. A woman's strength is you not knowing your own. So, hey, you got 2 choices. You could continue to sleepwalk through life like Ethan Klein and Penguin and all these other faggots, or you could wake the fuck up and realize this life is for you to become a fucking man. It's on you. There's a burner performance on you. What the fuck are you going to do? You're going to sit here and point at Andrew and say, he's a scammer. He must be human trafficking. No way. Or are you going to say, you know what? That's motivation. I want to be like that.
Yep.
Because you can do it too. I'm not special. I grew up in a poor household. First world, parents came from a third world country, moved here in the fucking 1980s, figured it out. My dad working $8 an hour jobs. First person in my family to graduate from college. I figured it out. Got a 6-figure job, right? Worked for the government. Arrested terrorists, did a whole bunch of crazy shit. Humble beginnings, New Brain, Connecticut. I figured it out. Andrew grew up poor in Illinois, moved to Luton in the UK, figured it out, became a kickboxing world champion, became a multimillionaire. He figured it out. So what the fuck is your excuse? You got to sit here and cry with these losers on the internet and go ahead and point fingers at people that are doing better than you and call them toxic alpha males and frauds and all this other bullshit? That's loser shit. You need to look at people doing better than you and figure out, how did they do it? Maybe I could get mentoring from them. If you don't like them, that's fine. But you got to respect the success.
Yeah, and the thing with Andrew and Tristan, they're such of a beacon of hope for men and a pinnacle of what masculinity is. You can't really find fault with them. But one thing you can do is label them as traffickers, rapists, all this stuff, because that will break the internet and say, you know what, damn, these guys are bad. However, I mean, they're in shape. They make money. They give you advice. They help tell you how to become a man. How are you going to come at them? With lies and accusations. That's it.
Yeah, you can't stop them.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Literally. So
that's all you fucking can do. And I'm just tired. Like, and the thing is that I've been silent on this shit for so long, man. I haven't been like responding to these fucking haters or whatever it may be. But it fucking pisses me off because I look at it like this. If y'all are gonna attack Andrew, you guys are attacking us too.
Yeah. Literally.
We agree on 99% of the stuff. Like, you guys, because I look at it like y'all want to take him down. You guys are trying to come after us too, because we're right there with him. So I'm going to say this. These allegations are bullshit. They're not true. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know Andrew personally. I know Tristan personally. I know they're not responsible for any of this fucking bullshit. They're on a fishing expedition and none of it is true. All right? We're not going to sit. We stand with the Tates 1,000%, 10 toes fucking down. And if you don't like it, you could go suck a dick, unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck what you think. But as far as all these other losers out here, reporting a bunch of bullshit, saying a bunch of lies, going ahead and trying to say toxic alpha males and using stupid buzzwords to get themselves up in the fucking search or whatever, fuck them. And we're going to say fuck them by sharing this video and letting y'all know the fucking truth. There is an agenda to silence guys like Andrew Tate. There is an agenda to silence guys like me. There is an agenda to silence any fucking body that makes any type of content to make you a better fucking man. Because when you become a better fucking man, guess what happens? You become intolerant of modern day fuckery. You become intolerant of working a pussy ass job. You become intolerant of dealing with annoying ass bitches that don't respect you. You become intolerant of other people that disrespect you. You are bad for society. They want you to be a fucking sheep. They want you to be a slave. They want you to follow the matrix. If you go against the grain, they want to get you and put you in jail or figure some shit out with you. I'm telling y'all, be independent fucking thinkers. All right? In this world. Al Pacino famously said in the movie, Scarface, all I have in this world is my balls and my word. And guys, I'm telling y'all right now, today's the day and age, you got to grab your fucking balls and be ready to say that word, man, because these motherfuckers are coming at us.
Actually, nowadays, you might not have your word anymore. They'll silence you. I mean, guys, I think we could take away from today's episode and say, look, how can we actually take action to help ourselves here as men and Andrew and Tristan? And by default, right now, in this current marketplace, we can't do too much, but what we can do is actually take these words, heed them, take action for ourselves in our own lives. Because right now, guys, I'm pretty sure if Andrew and Tristan were actually here, they want us to do better as men and move forward. Now, hopefully this blows over pretty soon and this is worked out. But in the event that it's not, guys, we're not gonna be here forever ever either. Like, we're here right now talking to you.
It's a matter of time until we get canceled.
Yeah,
as well.
it's like this is like paramount because right now we're here. Tomorrow we might not be. So what's the plan of action? What do you do? That's the thing. So,
guys, like I said before, there's been many attacks on this type of content. The only thing we can really do is stand together, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like, I mean, we need each other now more than ever before.
What you should do is not believe the false narrative and say, you know what? Nah, bro. I know my guys. I know how they rock. That's not what they would do.
Yeah.
And with no evidence. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
It looks to me they got 6 girls that are willing to lie.
Yeah. They would have been said that years ago.
If they're really running some human trafficking organization. Like, so you're telling me they would run that organization now when they have more to lose and it's been downsized? Use common sense.
Makes sense.
Use common sense, guys. They don't webcam like that anymore. So they're going to do all this crazy criminal stuff now? when the radar is on them at the highest level?
Common sense is not common anymore, bro.
No, it's not. Clearly not.
At all.
Clearly fucking not. And it's fine. Y'all don't know the Tates in person. Cool. We're here to tell y'all we know them in person. And between knowing them in person and just common sense and having the radar on them, no one would do anything that is illegal to put themselves in a bad spot, especially when the entire world is after you.
Yeah. And then someone said in the chat, oh, fresh is snitching. Bro, I've not said anything that the Tates never said on camera, bro. So you saying that is really dumb. So don't be spreading that false bullshit, bro. And then I did said on camera, I said as well. So here's what it is.
Cool. So anyway, anything else?
Yep. Some more chats here.
Okay. Did you see Jay? $100. Appreciate that,
bro.
Thomas Berend, $100. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then all the Tate brothers are guilty of is letting young men and women in general know that they need to improve. in every aspect of life and keep our masculinity intact.
That's your crime, bro.
Yeah, that's really the crime, bro.
Yeah.
It's telling guys to be independent thinkers, make your own money, start a business, understand that you need to be versatile as a man. You need to have the ability to move if needed. You can't be dependent on one source of income, right? One is none, two is one, right? So they're basically teaching guys to become better. But like I told y'all before, guys, be ready. In the next year, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it is, any type of content that teaches men to become better versions of themselves is always going to be labeled as misogynistic, chauvinism, hating women, whatever buzzword they want to say.
Shit, I wouldn't even be surprised if we got taxed on some level if we get any bigger.
Probably.
Oh man, it's crazy, bro.
Guys, this is the world that we're in now. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy to me. And the wild thing is that Andrew called this shit months ago.
Multiple times.
We
went to Romania a couple months ago, and even us just being there, I didn't have to sit and get coaching for Andrew or Tristan. Just watching how they move, bro, I was inspired. You, Jay Waller, all the guys there, now I'm in the gym, just sitting there watching them. So lead by example is 100% true. And I'll just say this, guys, if you're watching this now, you watch the Tates, you watch us, take the advice, man. Apply it to your life and watch how you get results, bro, because that's what it is. It's results. If you get results, you're going to improve in your life and people around you and your family. That's what it's about, bro.
And I also want to say this too. You ain't going to catch the Tates talking shit about someone that didn't talk shit about them.
100%.
You ain't going to catch us talking shit about somebody that hasn't talked shit about us. Most of the time, if y'all see me roasting somebody, it's retaliatory for them talking shit about us first.
Yeah.
Because they love to point at guys like us and say, you guys are toxically masculine, fake alpha males, blah, blah, fucking blah. When you ain't got to catch me one time saying, I'm an alpha male on the internet. Like, what the fuck? No, you think I'm an alpha male. That's why you're saying that about me, to try to knock me down.
You guys have a horrible life. You don't get any girls. You guys are broke.
We don't have to say that shit, bro. Like, we don't have to.
Yeah.
Did you see Jay goes, that same girl had come out a second time to defend Andrew about that video because people were pressuring her to come out and tell the truth. There is no pleasing the opposite side of defense unless you submit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
2 videos.
Yeah, man.
Still believe the lies.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to show us some girls coming up too as well.
Yeah.
And we got special guests, right?
Yeah. I think we do. Sadly, I live in a hostile environment. Since people know what I believe in, I'm going to have to stay locked and loaded again. It's corrupt here in the north as well. I got to sleep with my gun next to me every night. Hey, man, got to do what you got to do.
I want to make a comment here as well.
Angelo Gibson.
So, so this is very important, right? Guys, we're not saying to be martyrs for the whole space and like this. We're just saying know the knowledge, have it internally, but don't go out there and be a freaking martyr in the streets like, yo, I'm RP aware.
Yeah.
Bro,
no.
That is an L death sentence. We're just saying, look, you have the knowledge for yourself. Maybe you want to spread to your kids, to people are you close to, but like to be a martyr for this is not smart, bro. You should actually apply it to your life, get results, and by you living the lifestyle, oh wow, that's possible. I can do it too. Teach me.
Yeah.
Then you tell them.
Then you can go ahead. Yeah.
You don't just go and say, oh yeah, look at me. Nah, bro. You gotta actually live the lifestyle. People want to be a part of that.
Lil Wayne famously said, real G's move in silence like lasagna. And for y'all, man, you guys got to start moving silently, bro, because we live in a world now where anything you say that has any inkling of RP awareness or knowledge is going to get you in trouble, guys. You'll be called to HR in 2 fucking minutes. Take this knowledge that us, the Tates, give you and internalize it, understand it, apply it, but you don't have to speak a word about it.
When I see Andrew and Tristan living life, you know what that does for me? Inspires the fuck out of me.
Inspires me
too. You know what? I'm at this level, but I'm not there yet.
Yep.
How can I get further? That's what it does. I don't say, oh, I hate them because they have a good lifestyle. No. How do I get that as well?
Yeah. And
they tell you in their stuff. So just listen, man, apply it.
And then the last one here, keep fighting the good fight, fellas. Gym, buy assets, work on your hands, and aim game. Simple. Yep. Thank you, RAP.
Smitty 99. Smitty.
From where? Will you be willing to be a character witness for them? Your background would really stand out. Of course, bro. Bro, if whatever Andrew or Tristan needed, bro, like I would 100%. We stand with them 1,000%. I don't care what they fucking try to allege because I know them personally. I know that they don't do that stuff.
Yep.
We stand with the Tates 1,000%. Fuck everybody else. I don't care. All right. If, we go down with them. I don't give a shit. All right. It is what it is.
Yep.
Facts. All right. You need that. Like I've said it before. I'll say it one more time for y'all. Your peers are in paramount when success is obvious. Your brothers are present when success is challenged.
Boom.
All right. You stand by the people you support, thick, thin, whatever the fuck goes on. I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't want to fucking make this video. I didn't even want to talk about this situation. But with everybody hitting me up, thousands of DMs, false narratives, I had to say something.
Yeah.
I had to give you all the facts of what the fuck is really going on. No, they were not arrested. They were detained. Okay? First, they did a search. There might be some evidence. We don't know. And Andrew's being held for 30 days, allegedly, according to what's going on. He might get out before.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell y'all that these are good men. These allegations are false. They tried it before and they failed. And of course, they're taking a second stab at it. This is nothing more than a fishing expedition.
And also, no one or hardly anyone's going to talk about their character and who they really are. They'll talk about accusations, what they hear in the news, but we're actually there in person with them multiple times back here in Miami, Romania. Justin was there as well. So the character that they have is strong, guys. Anyone that knows them in real life will tell you that same thing.
Yeah.
Strong character, strong people, very loyal. So this to me is weird, bro.
Most of Andrew's and Tristan's biggest haters don't know them in person. Matter of fact, they did a whole video on this shit. Oh, do you like Andrew Tate? No, I hate him. Okay, can you name one thing you disagree with or what you don't like? And they give him the mic. Fucking crickets. Nothing. Nothing.
Yo.
That's facts.
Like, it's like you never met a person. You saw a clip. A clip. What does a clip do? It's a out of context a group of words in a video, maybe for a topic that you were not aware of. Okay, you know what? He's a bad person.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the part. I'm waiting for them to clip the parts where Andrew says women are to be loved and cherished and protected. They're extremely. They're the most important thing in the world. Why don't they ever talk about that? Why don't they ever clip those parts when he talks about protecting and providing for women?
I wonder why.
Because it's boring.
Exactly. They're never going to clip that.
It's boring, man.
He said all those things too. He said he would die for his woman. Amnesia, don't see dying. Y'all motherfuckers turn into Stevie Wonder. Right? These fucking ass clowns turn into Stevie Wonder when he says anything positive about women. But as soon as he says, "Oh yeah, men are better drivers," whoa, I'm on that. Oh yeah, I'm on that. He said better drivers than women. Misogyny, woo! Idiots like Lasan making terrible arguments. Oh well, women are actually better drivers because their insurance rates are lower. What? You fucking retard? Are you serious? You're gonna use insurance rates, right, to prop up your argument that women are better drivers? When realistically speaking, the majority of professional drivers are men, truck drivers, NASCAR drivers, Formula One drivers, anything that actually takes skill are dominated by men, CDL holders, majority men. You're going to sit here and use the fact that women are safer drivers and have better insurance rates as being a better driver? That's a disingenuous argument at best, and you're a fucking moron. Just like you talked about the Fifth Amendment, you don't know shit about that either. You're the type of guy that sits there, talks to yourself with a chat with a bunch of fucking idiots, and they all sit there and agree with you and your stupid leftist propaganda ideology, and they don't challenge you on your fuck shit, which is why you keep running from debates with me or with Andrew or anybody else that looks at the world objectively and factually and how the world really fucking works. You're over here trying to tell me what the Fifth Amendment is. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stupid.
How you gonna tell an ex-fed what the Fifth Amendment means? That's
fucking idiot,
bro.
Oh, anybody can take the Fifth Amendment. Anybody can take it. That is true, but that does not mean that you're not going to face consequences for, obstruction of justice, contempt of court, etc. You can only take the Fifth Amendment if you reasonably believe that you are going to say something that's going to incriminate you and might get you jammed up. But if you don't have anything that's gonna, if you're not gonna incriminate yourself, you can't exercise the Fifth. Sorry.
That means nobody would tell ever.
You can try to exercise it, but if you actually are gonna incriminate yourself, guess what? You open yourself up to some type of criminal culpability. Stupid. But oh no, anybody can take the Fifth. Get the fuck out of here, bro. If you got immunity, you cannot go ahead and take the Fifth. Sorry, which is what the discussion was about the whole time.
Let's end this show with honor of Andrew and Tristan.
Yeah.
And let's do the outro, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, of course. And guys, so listen, I want y'all to go on rumble.com/Tate Speech. I want you guys to support the Tates, subscribe to their Rumble, because that's pretty much the main place that they're at. Follow Andrew on Twitter, Cobra Tate. Join Hustlers University. $50 a month teaches you how to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, become independent of the matrix.
You can spend it anyway.
Yeah, you're going to spend it anyway on some fucking whores or liquor. And, just support our guys, man. I said, we stand 10 toes down with the Tate brothers. If you got something negative to say about them, well, you guys, fuck you. We don't rock with you.
You know how many girls are like, shake my head.
Call me biased.
Why are you posting him? Block and delete.
Yeah.
Okay, unfollow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You don't like him? That's good to know.
Yeah.
No, I know. Thank you.
So
that means you don't like us.
Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Y'all could call us biased, whatever, but hey, man, we ain't turning our back on them. And everybody, if the internet wants to, whatever, fuck them. But I gave y'all the facts of what the fuck is really going on. This shit is, like I said before, a bullshit fishing expedition. And we'll catch you guys later with some after hours.
With some hussies.
Some hussies.
Hussies.
Hey,
Okay.
thanks for hearing us out, guys. We love y'all. Timestamps will be down below. We'll put detailed timestamps for y'all. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace.
Peace.
So that's the end of that right there. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, do you think he's innocent? Do y'all think that this is going to be just one of those blowover cases where, oh, okay, you know, we already got to the bottom of that. That's cool. You know, like just how they do it. Like, yeah, I know they still got to take these calls serious, just like how they do with the other streamers, you know, whenever they rate them and stuff. You know how, like, they still got to take it serious, but when they get there, they're like, I know I've seen some footage of Aiden Ross's the body cam footage when he gets swatted. And some of them like, hey, calm down, bro. We know who you are. Don't worry about it. We just got to do our normal thing. Just calm down. We'll be done. And they still have to handcuff them and do everything, treat them how they would normally, but they know what the call's about. They still got to do their job. I don't know if this is the case there. I think he's honestly innocent. Maybe I'm biased because, I mean, I love the content, but I think he's innocent right here. Let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Am I missing some information that's out there that they're not talking about? But as of right now, I'm with Fresh and Myron. I'm gonna keep it Jewish. I'm with Fresh and Myron. Free Top G. Yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think. Drop in the comment box below. I appreciate y'all. Happy New Year's to y'all. If you're just watching this on New Year's Day or right before when I drop it, Happy New Year's. Appreciate y'all for all the love and support. Next year's gonna be even bigger, baby. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Holla back at your boy.